Hi, everyone. This is John.
And I'm Colin, and we're from the Weirdings podcast.
And you're listening to
This Freaking Show.
What's up, everybody? I am Travesty.
I'm Awkward Colin.
And I'm Geekcast Joe.
And welcome to Season 3 of This Freakin Show, the weekly podcast with a little bit of something and a whole lot of nothing. This is the premiere episode of Season 3 of our show, so we are finally back for the 2018.
Indeed.
Yeah, so I'm excited to be back. I did my new intro, as I promised, because I try not to be a liar, and I don't want to start 2018 out wrong.
I have no problem lying.
And for the special occasion of this being the season premiere, the first episode of Season 3, we are doing it from Travesty Saloon.
Hey.
Yeah.
Cheers.
We are sitting around the bar, enjoying some drinks. A little bit more about why I'm drinking, why I shouldn't be drinking later on in the episode, because I talk a little bit more about this awesome journey I'm on. But to kind of touch base, how have you guys been doing, and what you guys been up to since our holiday episode?
Well, Christmas was past. We're in a new year.
Getting through the holidays, wrapping up classes, playing a lot of Assassin's Creed 4.
Which one?
Really?
The Pirates?
Yeah, it's Black Flag.
Yeah.
I finished Assassin's Creed 3 finally, which, thank God. What a...
That was Brotherhood, right?
No, 3 was...
the Revolution.
Yeah, the Revolutionary War.
I love that. I love
that game sucked.
You didn't like it?
Oh, everything was just boring.
I needed Colin to do the last mission for me. The one where you have to ride the horse through the woods. I couldn't beat it.
Yeah. That one was tough. That took a while for me too.
I
especially
like Black Flag.
I forgot to buy arrows for my bow before the mission started, and I couldn't stop the mission to go buy arrows, so I just had to do it from horseback. It sucked.
Fun.
No, that game it was just so boring for me. Like the story was good, but like the gameplay sucked.
Yeah, that
was my big problem with it.
The Revolutionary one is where I think they announced the next one would have the Templar game. I forgot what it's called.
Liberation, I think.
No, it's with Shay. But you play as a Templar instead of assassin.
Carly Shay from iCarly?
No, not Carly Shay.
No.
I forgot what it's called.
I thought it was Liberation.
No, I like the third one. I was a huge fan of the because I like the Revolutionary War. I like the Civil War. So the third one was my favorite. The only thing I didn't like about Black Flag was I hate the boats. I hate sailing the boats. I hate driving the boats. I hate the boat missions.
That does suck.
Rogue.
Yeah.
It's Assassin's Creed Rogue. Is
Yeah, I never played that one.
Yeah, either have I.
I played the other one.
I've been trying to stick to the main storyline.
Yeah.
Unity,
Games.
I think is the one I played. Assassin's Creed Unity.
That's the French Revolution, I believe.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
French Revolution.
I like
That's the
that
one
one.
I'm playing.
I like that one. I think I sold it.
Yeah.
I think about it.
I think that one's next for me.
I haven't even played that. I gotta finish it. No, I think I did beat it. I think I just said fuck all the side missions because there's so many damn side missions in there.
I was never a fan of the side mission. I like sticking to the main mission. Because I remember how there was a point that you got really angry about trying to find the feathers.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I like doing side missions in game. Mm-hmm. When there are like 10 billion fucking side missions,
Yeah.
That's part of what I hated about it.
and like you can look at your map. The map shows where the side missions are, but you do like a whole bunch of them, and nothing clears up on the map. It's still on the map. It's just like, oh my god, shoot me! But yeah, I think I just said fuck it. I did beat it because I haven't started Syndicate, which is my next one. I have to do that. That's and I didn't even buy, sadly, Origins.
Oh, it's been on sale for a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
too, like 30% off.
Yeah,
Origins,
Origins.
which is a great price.
Yeah, Origins takes place in Egypt. I was gonna say in Egyptian.
In the Egypt.
I was saying ancient Egypt.
Yeah, and I actually heard that's done really well.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
it
cool.
has done very well. But
I've heard it's bad. I've only heard bad things about it.
really, I've heard good things about it. But I mean, I've seen stuff on it. I'm just like, okay.
It looks very pretty. I'll give it
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
And
right.
I feel like if I was really, and I used to be really into Egyptology and all that shit. Like, I feel like it would be really fun from that perspective.
Yeah.
But like, other than that, I'm not so sure about it. Yeah. But I also am like trying not to get excited about it because I think I'm at the point where Assassin's Creed 4 is the last thing I can play on my Xbox 360. And then I have to get a next generation console. So I either got to get an Xbox One or a PS4. And I'll probably get the PS4 because of Crash Bandicoot and Kingdom Hearts 3.
I really want
But
that.
who the fuck knows with Kingdom Hearts 3?
Right.
A guy I work with was telling me about how he was trying to look to buy a console. He wasn't sure going to PS4 or Xbox One.
PS4.
He's eventually going to PS4. Like, actually realized it, but he's going to go with the Xbox Slim, which it's like a 1 terabyte, thinner, sleeker,
The
whatever.
Scorpio.
I guess we want to call it.
Yeah.
But
or the Xbox One.
yeah, but he was telling me he's like maybe I'll just hold out for like the PlayStation 5. I'm like, dude, I don't even know when that's supposed to come out.
I think it's about 5 years away.
He found an article. We got 2020.
Yeah.
Or 2019.
It's rumored that 2020. We don't know for sure. I mean,
But wouldn't the next generation PlayStation be the PlayStation VR, or is that just an attachment to the
that's
PS4?
just.
I think it's just
I mean,
attachment.
they're gonna probably release better versions of it. I know PlayStation Sony's saying that they hope to make the PlayStation VR library up to 280 games this year.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah. I mean, a lot of them are smaller indie games, but
It's a great way for Bethesda to just make Skyrim again.
yeah. I mean, they
Milking
did.
that cow for all it's worth.
They did Doom. But see, my problem with the VR. I mean, there are games I want to play.
Yep.
A lot of things that I've seen come out for the VR are these games, but they more come out as just like tech demos. They're really short. I mean, granted, I know it's a lot of money, it's a lot of development for these types of things, but
Yeah, of course.
and then that's like I was telling my cousin Scott with the whole, like you said, Skyrim again, milk it as much as we're. I was just like, Skyrim came out back in like 2011.
Yeah.
Why are you remaking it?
Right?
I mean, just to get shot in the knee again with an arrow?
Yeah. It's for everything. I mean, Nintendo Switch has it coming out, and it's ridiculous.
But
But I tell you what, that's a great console.
What?
I love the Switch.
oh, I want it.
Oh,
I
it's
want the
so
Switch.
good.
I only want to play Zelda.
Zelda's amazing. It's
You
one of the
played
best
it?
games. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were.
I was
playing.
home over summer, and my little brother has it, and it's an amazing game. It's
Yeah.
one of the, it's literally
It won Game of the Year.
it's top 5 games I've ever played.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think probably like Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Assassin's Creed 4, and Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah. Now,
I don't play a lot of games.
And what's nice about it is, I mean, the Nintendo Switch actually helped Nintendo quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like the Wii when that came out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Wii U didn't do it as well as the Wii, but it's definitely. And then I was reading an article, saw an article talking about, is portability the next thing for consoles? No, I mean, because look at PlayStation. You have the PSP, the Vita.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't stick. People don't want it.
No.
I mean, the Switch.
They want it with the Switch because, like, they love Nintendo's ability to do handheld stuff.
Yeah.
And I think the Switch does handheld very well.
Yeah. I mean, the Switch, it's... You just take it on you with the go, and then you're at home, you can just plug it in, and you're on a big TV.
And I think that's the difference. Because, like, I think you can do that with the PSP, because that's the most recent PlayStation handheld, right?
The Vita was.
Oh, the Vita.
The Vita was, and they...
Whichever one it is.
Stopped doing stuff with that.
Okay. For a little while, you could do that. You could stream it, but it was streaming it. It's not like you were hooking it to your TV in the same way.
Oh, yeah.
And that's where I think Sony screwed up with it.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
no, the Switch is great. I've never played it on it. Well, no, I did play it on a TV at Gen Con this year.
Okay.
One of my friends brought it with him, and we played Mario Kart in the hotel room, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Every game I've played on the Switch so far has been fantastic. That's the other thing that's great about it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it were a great console with shitty games, it would be no good.
Yeah.
But they've nailed it.
Yeah.
So far, which makes me happy.
Nintendo's lucky because they got those big games like Zelda and Mario.
Right, those games they've never given up.
Yeah. Which is kind of meh.
But
I'd like to see go to other consoles. I mean,
right?
The company themselves would make more money, but I don't think it's in that for them. But
no.
You mentioned Black Flag. I actually just got that for free because
Nice.
Ubisoft for a little bit was saying if you sign up for their Uplay on the computer, you can get 3 free games. So
Sweet.
it was Black Flag, some World War game, and then Watch Dogs.
Oh, nice. How was Watch Dogs? Have you ever played it?
I actually have it for PlayStation. Started it, fucking hated the car thing, so I'm just
okay.
fuck it.
Fair enough.
Because the cars, you're trying to run away from the cops the beginning of the game, and you have to, you're going super fast. It's just I don't know the control over there.
You don't know where you're going.
Exactly. It's just ugh, so stupid.
I hear that.
But because you were talking about Egyptian thing, one thing about mythology that I'm super stoked for is the new God of War coming out.
Yeah?
Because they've gone off of Ares, which is Greek, and now they're going to Norse mythology. So, the Vikings and...
I love Norse mythology.
Yeah.
I want a Vikings Assassin's Creed game.
Me too. That'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome. That would be cool.
I want to see Assassin's Creed do Vikings. I want to see it do the Civil War. And actually, I think that's about it. Just those 2 things.
I don't think they said they would go to the World Wars. I don't think they'll go more modern times.
Not for a while.
Like for a real an actual
I think the World War ones would be fine. If Call of Duty just stuck with that, be kind of
Call of Duty's dumb, but
yeah. Well, and they do their historical work so well. It would be cool to Imperial China would be neat.
Oh.
Imperial Japan.
now see they have the mobile game,
Yeah.
which is China, and they also have Russia.
Yeah.
But to see a big standalone, that would be.
You do Assassin's Creed Australia, but you're literally not doing nothing but trying to get across the desert.
You fucking ride kangaroos, bro.
Fucking dingoes. Battling dingoes.
You have to
Rod in its patch, mate.
you have to collect kangaroo tails. That's the collectible.
Oh god.
Shit. Now, I'm kind of surprised, guys, haven't said anything about the shirt.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Right?
I
But
noticed
that's a nice
but
shirt.
I forgot it.
I remember you.
The one of a kind This Freakin Show t-shirt.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I wore it literally for this occasion.
That's
Nice.
fantastic.
I changed it. I'm really happy about this. Super excited when I got my JFW one. And my sister's like, hey, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, This Freakin Show stuff. Not only that, podcast stuff. So I got the Freakin Show t-shirt. I got the This Freakin Show decal for the truck. Nice. And she actually made me a This Freakin Show koozie.
Nice.
So super excited about this stuff. Yeah. One of a kind stuff. Maybe somewhere down the line when we get more listeners, who knows, maybe 7, 8.
7 or 8 listeners.
7 or 8. We'll open up This Freakin Show shirt. Or a store or something like that and sell merch. Because who wouldn't love a badass shirt like that?
Yeah.
I'd love a shirt like that.
I know, right?
That's a shirt I could wear.
Yeah.
There are I have I have a Geekcast Live shirt, but if I wear it places, I don't like it as much. And honestly, it doesn't say anything about Geekcast Live on it at all. It's just there, and then it has my Twitter handle on the back. And
kind of like a jersey.
Yeah,
So like
Jersey.
this, and it would have your Twitter handle on the back.
It's like that, but it says instead of Geekcast Live, it says We Geek Harder.
Oh,
Which is actually
it doesn't
cool.
even say Geekcast
No,
Live.
it doesn't say Geekcast Live on it at all. Which is
Not
why
like
I
on
don't
the
wear it
sleeve.
anywhere. Yeah.
I don't blame you there.
But no, it was really cool. My sister was kind of worried about making me the shirt because we were in talks about season 3 was going to bring change, new
Right.
things and everything, and one of those new things was a logo. Mm-hmm. Now, not to bullshit anyone or anything, we didn't get any submissions for logos, so for the time being, we're going to stick with the logo we have, which is the one we started using at the beginning of season 1, not the original, but we one of the logos, so we're going to use this one for a while until we come across one. We did mention that a friend of ours did make a logo a couple years ago. We may go back and use that one because that was a little bit different, something unique. But what did change was the theme song at the beginning of the show.
It's true. And Ripley Street, right? Is
Ripley
the,
Street, yep.
the local band that has provided us the music. And it's a great song, great band. You should definitely check them out.
Absolutely.
And they do play around the Chicago area quite often.
Yeah, especially this summer where they're going to play at one of our sponsors' locations, the Firepit Bar and Grill of Peotone, Illinois, where you could go and get burger and beer for just $7.99 every Monday and Wednesday.
And let me tell you, if they're smart, they'll wear ties from wearedapperties.com, where you can go and get a knit tie, high quality, for just $15. And if you just use the special discount code FREAKIN, that's FREAKIN, you'll get free shipping on your order. So you should check that out at wearedapperties.com immediately.
And if you like bingo, you can go on Thursday nights at 7. They have free bingo.
Yeah, my
prizes.
mom has been doing that stuff, and they have like some really great prizes. Like I think someone told me that they have actually have like a $10,000 grand prize or some shit.
Are you serious?
It's like a jackpot prize. You have to get the card in 5 moves or something. So,
But still, I mean, to do it and it's free to do. You don't.
oh
you
yeah,
don't buy in for it.
you get
Are you serious? You have to buy in?
no. It's free prizes.
What am I doing with my life?
You're living in Chicago.
Yeah, this is because I know
You're right. I should just steal $10,000.
there's different bars like in the area that do this. It's not just at Firepit.
No, that's right.
Where they have live music almost every weekend in the summer. They're doing it at other bars in the area too, which is really cool.
That's awesome.
But yeah, no, Firepit Bar and Grill, Peotone, and Dapper Tide are back with us in season 3, still being a strong sponsor of the podcast. Not only that, Colin has another segment, a new segment for season 3 that we're going to get to later on. And
Excited for that.
yeah, and also something new and exciting that just came through last week that I decided is I'm starting this journey for weight loss.
Oh, yeah.
So you gave me that look like you're supposed to know something and you didn't.
I felt like I was supposed to know something I didn't.
No, it's a complete personal thing to me that I decided to use the freaking name as part of it and kind of bring it to like the podcast and to the social media world.
Yeah.
So I decided that after 28 years of eating and just keep gaining weight without any kind of change, I said I'm going to make something different about myself. So I started doing a new diet called the keto diet. It's unique. It's different. I didn't think it was going to work because it sounds foolish, eating fats.
Right.
But it's working so far to date, which is January 7th. I'm down 13 pounds from when I started on the 2nd of January.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And I figured the best way for me to become accountable for this is to do a blog, pretty much.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So I know a couple people have read it. A couple people said they enjoyed it. They're able to comment on it and everything. So it's really cool to kind of hear feedback from people. And I mean, even putting, because I only put 2 posts so far, because I'm not doing it every day. It's just every few days when I got something to talk about.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's awesome out there where people saying, like, wow, I never knew that happened to you. Because, like, one of the first things I mentioned about in my first blog was when I wanted to do the junior doubles football in our town. And that's, like, from maybe 5 or 6 years old up until like 11, 12 years old before I get into junior high. Mm-hmm. And, at 12 years old, I wanted to go do it, but unfortunately I couldn't because somehow at 12 years old I exceeded the weight limit that they allowed kids to join.
Which is bizarre to me.
Yeah,
I can't believe they had that.
Yeah, and
what would a weight limit have to do with that?
There should be an age limit, unless
Exactly.
I could see, the weight that you mentioned you were in your blog.
You can say it.
It was 185 pounds, which is quite a bit for a 12-year-old.
Definitely a lot.
When I was 12, I think I was 160. So I wasn't that far off from you. But I could see, like, if you were playing against, like, maybe a 10-year-old who's only 60 pounds, that could be really dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, that's the only case I could imagine where that would be an issue.
That would be like a freight train hitting a cardboard box.
Yeah, but, like, but that's not going to happen very often.
That could make sense, but I mean, that's no difference than playing in high school, and you got a freshman who makes varsity at 140, 145,
Right.
against a senior who's 210, 230.
Right. Maybe even pushing 300 because he's a,
Big
a
guy.
wide back or something.
Yeah, so I mean, like, it was things like that, like, and that's the kind of things I'm going to share in my blog. It's going to be personal events that happened in my life that, was reasoning because of my being overweight and everything. And it's kind of like these things that, they finally happen. I'm going to be open and honest and talk about them and everything. If I fail, I'm going to make myself accountable and discuss it, which one of the things I'm definitely going to discuss on my next blog is kind of how, like, I'm cheating here a little bit by drinking soda, because soda is definitely not part of the keto diet. Oh, no. It's probably the worst thing you can do on the keto diet next to bread. But the thing is, we kind of realized here is, like, I don't have any sipping whiskey. I have mixing whiskey, and I got some rum, but I'm not there yet on the sipping rum. Yeah. So I'm drinking a soda. I'm not going to lie, I'm probably going to have another soda. But
No, you're not.
we might. We'll see what happens.
Let's see how
You'll
the
have
rum,
this nice
let's see how the rum
high-carb
speaks.
beer.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Well, what's nice about the high-carb beer is that it's from Guinness, which is made to make you feel full.
Where do you say Guinness?
What?
And
He told me it was Guinness. I just believed him.
Oh,
And
well,
it's a gun.
I saw it was a gun. Maybe I got dyslexia. We'll call it.
That's fair. I do the same thing all the time.
Well, if the money's right, it'll be whatever. It'll be still be Guinness for sure.
Fair enough. Hey, if you don't mind me recommending some good sipping whiskeys.
Yeah, I think I know. I think I know the first one you want.
Well, I'm probably gonna say Jameson.
Wait.
No,
Is it Malort?
No, please. That's not whiskey.
I was gonna guess Red Stag.
No, I wasn't gonna say Red Stag.
Really? See, that's the first whiskey I ever sipped. I got that from Paul.
Oh,
It was
yeah, that makes sense.
I think it was your bachelor party
Really?
at
Okay.
Kevin's house. He was grilling.
That sounds like Paul.
Yeah, I think it was that. It was everyone was Paul was grilling, and he had I can't remember the mug, but the metal, is it a growler or something?
Yep.
What you call it?
That sounds like him.
But he asked me to
Or
try
Stein.
this. Stein, maybe. Yeah. It was a metal. I think it was a metal tin cup or something.
Gotcha.
It had a handle on it. Maybe
Like a Moscow Mule mug.
It could have been, or it could have been
Copper.
I don't remember. It's been quite, at least 3 years. I think 2 years maybe.
2.5.
Yeah. So he asked me to try it, and I sipped it. Like, it wasn't that bad. And he said it was just Red Stag and water.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But
No,
okay,
I was gonna-
So you said Jameson.
Jameson is my favorite.
Okay.
It's a great whiskey for mixing. I personally also like it for sipping, especially on ice.
What about brandies?
Brandies are good, but I don't know if they're keto.
I never met a brandy.
But Buffalo Trace is a delicious bourbon. It's not super oaky if you don't like that from a bourbon. Mm-hmm. But it's a very light, very I'd say floral flavor.
Okay.
On ice, it's great. Neat, it's fantastic. It's a delicious sipping whiskey. And you would do fine with just a finger or two a night maximum. And it's mid range, I'd say, in price. It's probably about $40-$50 for a fifth. But it'll last you a long time because you don't need a lot at once.
Yeah, if you're doing fingers.
Yeah, I think that probably work well. I mean, I could use that as a sipping whiskey, and I got my mixing whiskey for everything else.
Right.
Which, unfortunately, as the keto diet progresses, you can't really mix it with anything.
Right.
The things I learned about on this diet, what I could do is I could have whiskey on the rocks, or I could have vodka with soda water, not tonic, but soda water and lime.
I'd rather die.
What about cranberry juice?
Can't have cranberry juice because of the sugars and stuff in it.
Can you have just vodka, or does it have to be mixed with soda water and lime?
No, you get just vodka.
Perfect.
I also found out that if I have a certain day where I know I'm not getting a lot of carbs, a margarita only has 7 grams of carbs in it.
Nice.
So I am limited to about 20-25 carbs a day. I try to stick around 6. I think that's why I've reached my 13-pound weight loss. Tequila I could have.
Tequila is great. If you're not buying the cheap shit, there are very delicious tequilas.
I have a bottle of Don Julio in my freezer.
Mm-hmm.
Is that some good whiskey?
Uh,
Or tequila?
New Year's Eve, we went to tequila bar, Mexican tequila bar.
I do love a tequila bar.
And
I've never been to one, but
they
the concept
had,
sounds nice.
actually, I think a couple of them, where their shot was $50 for a shot. So,
That's the most expensive shot I've ever heard of.
Alan was going to get it. And
Just go to the New Year?
yeah, why not? He's just like, I've never had this. I'm going to get it for $50. And of course, your sister said no. So,
Well, their wedding's coming up about a month and a half.
yeah.
Should have done it anyway, Alan. It's your last chance.
Yeah, man, he blew that shit.
It's your last New Year's. Before
Well,
you
then we
have
were
to
thinking,
always defer.
like, would it be cheaper? I mean, because obviously a company is going to mark it up, just so they make profit on it.
It's always cheaper to just buy it, buy
Buy
a
it,
bottle.
but it's just like, I think I looked it up and it was like over $400.
Wow. No, the most expensive shot I've ever taken was a bottle of, a shot of Blue Label, Johnny Walker Blue Label,
Okay.
which goes, I believe, for about $3.25 a bottle.
Yeah.
And the shot itself was only $25, but I didn't pay for it. We were going out for Rob Bass's his actual 21st birthday. For those of you who don't know, he celebrated his 21st birthday 4 or 5 times.
What?
Because he made friends with lots of bar owners, and so he'd just walk in and say, it's my 21st, and I'd be like, sweet. Wasn't his 21st, it was like his 19th. Anyway, his real 21st birthday, we went out, and he knows a dude from India who owns just a bunch of companies and has a lot of that Indian black market money, who was just like, round the Blue Label for everybody. Great scotch. Really good scotch. Not a scotch guy, me.
Yeah.
Johnny Walker Blue Label, amazing.
So did you do a shot of it or you sipped it?
I did a shot because that's what he bought.
Gotcha.
But, I mean, honestly, my sips are about the size of a shot, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the most expensive thing I ever had was probably Peotone, Cabo. Not an expensive drink guy. I'm not a connoisseur of fancy liquors.
That's fair.
But when it comes to this diet, I'm probably gonna have to eat because I'm gonna have to sip the good stuff. When it comes to vodka, I probably won't use what do I got here?
Yeah, I wouldn't sip
Aristocrat vodka.
Yeah.
That's probably more of a mixing vodka. I'll probably go get Tito's.
Yeah, Tito's.
Because from what I know, Tito's is so far the best vodka I've had.
That's what everyone says.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to go get a bottle of Tito's. I'll go get a bottle of, what do you say, the Buffalo
Trace.
Buffalo Trace.
Yep.
And then I get another bottle of this Tequila Kai because we found out that I can have that. And then a bottle of Cabo Tequila. And I think I'll be okay then.
Yeah.
Cabo, I think I'll be able to sip too.
Yeah, probably.
But as I go on this journey, my overall goal is to drop 100 pounds by my birthday, which is the end of May.
Okay.
So if I drop 5 pounds a week, I'll be okay. Right now I'm on par to do that. So far so good, even though it's only been a week.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna blog everything, and everything can be found at This Freakin Journey at WordPress.com, and we'll throw in the show notes and everything if you guys want to link it to there. And,
Yeah.
You know, I got 2 posts so far. So that'll be something fun for me to do and something fun for you guys to be part of. So we'll see how that goes.
I think the most I've actually bought a bottle of Crown Royal, and I think it was like $180.
Really?
I think certain Crown Royals do.
Yeah,
I
it
can
was
see that.
one of the special ones.
Yeah.
But when I was in Virginia, I actually brought it back. But it was really smooth.
Wasn't he saying it was like a glass case or something like that?
It came in a nice box and stuff, and it was felt inside, and of course your regular bag that comes, not your standard purple bag it comes in, but it was very, very smooth.
Just weird it comes up there.
I probably wouldn't ever get it again.
No.
No,
Well worth the money.
no, I mean,
Yeah.
that's when I was young and dumb.
Yeah.
And just like, oh, I have money, let's blow it on alcohol.
Right?
Nowadays, I would be like, it's way too expensive for a bottle
Oh
of
man,
booze.
if I go back and think about all the money that I poorly spend, like those 3 nights a week we go drink.
Oh,
at the
God,
bar,
yeah.
our days off.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I remember my sophomore year in college, I got a scholarship that basically covered housing for me. which was awesome. Like,
Yeah.
just I didn't even apply for it. Just the school of engineering I was in was like, here's $3,000. I was like, yay!
Because you're ambidextrous.
Right.
They just give random scouts.
Right. I was it was like yeah, sweet. My prefrontal lobe's not developed. I'll spend this the right way. And I was working a great job at the time, and we spent easily $300 a week on booze out of my paycheck.
Oh yeah.
Because it was just like I save 100. I think 100 went in my checking account, 100 went in my savings box, which was not kept at the bank because I'm weird. And then the rest of it was literally just like, let's see how much alcohol we can buy.
When I was another thing in the Navy, walked into the bar, less than 2 minutes, I spent $100 because I ordered 10 shots of Peotone.
Oh yeah, that'll do
Each
it.
shot is $10.
Right? That was one of my favorite things when I went to Italy. There was one guy who had his parents' credit card, and he was supposed to only use it in emergencies.
Oh.
And it would take him about 15 seconds to walk to the bar and get drunk enough to buy a round of Jaeger bombs. For like everyone in sight. He'd buy like 15 Jaeger bombs. Ridiculous.
I used to spend a lot of money on booze when I was in the Navy. Because Norfolk, you got multiple bases around there. And a lot of them just go to Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
So it's all Virginia Beach bars, man.
I believe it.
Yeah. What did I ever tell you? One time we went downtown Norfolk bar hopping. I was actually the DD at the time. So we left the bar. And I was sober because I was going to be the DD.
Mm-hmm. I was.
No, I was. I actually was the DD. We were right outside my car. Some guy said, "Hey, man, my car's broken down right here. Can I get some money so I can get gas?" It was out of gas or something for gas money. I'm just like, the sad news is that's my car. You're trying to get me to give you money for. He's just like, "Oh man, I'm sorry." But there was a night we went to the bar and I hopped off a curb. Literally, what's a curb? Like
maybe
4 to
6 to 8 inches.
Yeah, 4 to 6 inches or something from the street. I collapsed after going off the curb. I actually went to the hospital in the morning to get it. Well, no, I didn't ER, but I guess the ER because that was the weekend.
Right.
But just on my own, I went there and had my whole knee taken scans, and I ended up being put on crutches.
Oh, jeez.
So, and actually to this day, my knee still bothers me.
Oh, man.
One of the things I regret. There was another time when I was in far off land. I drank a lot of Sprite 7-Up with Captain Morgan Spice Rum. Oh, that stuff's so good.
That was one of my favorites.
Oh, it's so good. Well,
Until I
drank too much
by myself. Yeah.
I drank too much. Woke up using my PS3 as a pillow in my room. Don't know how I got to my room, but I did. And I was just on concrete floor. I mean, it had concrete underneath and just a thing of carpet. But,
A utility rug.
yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't the most comfortable thing, but I was passed out.
Right.
But a lot of drinking went on in the Navy.
I hear that.
I mean, there's a lot worse drinking than me. There was off in the far off land, a Marine. Yeah, I was a Marine. Ended up stripping naked and running out into the water and threatening to kill everyone. I mean, I was on duty. I mean, my job was the military police. I wasn't actually at the scene, but definitely heard about it because it's big news. They had to subdue her, and she was literally strapped to the hospital bed.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that pronoun.
Yeah. So, yeah, she was a wild one.
And it's not like we're talking like Chelsea Manning. It's not like it was...
No.
Okay, just checking.
No, this was...
So, I don't know if that's off color for our podcast.
No.
I just wanted to check.
What about that story about how you had to find the keys that were thrown?
Oh, yeah, that wasn't no drinking related, but...
I thought that was drinking.
No. Sadly, in my job, I mean, where I was at, people get very lackadaisical, and people want to fuck around. I mean, it happens.
Sure.
If you're not stimulated in your job, people get bored.
Right.
So they find things to entertain themselves. Well, people I was with decided, hey, let's go walk along the beach. I mean, we're not supposed to be doing this, but let's walk along the beach. So I'm just like, well, I'm just going to sit in the car. Well, while they were walking along the beach, they got back to the car. Okay, time to go back. Where are the keys to the car? They misplaced them in the ocean. And needless to say, we had to call for... I think we did have a spare set of keys, so they were able to get the car back. But as punishment, me included, I was just the one sitting in the car, not misbehaving. I was just in the back seat. 3 of us had to stay up. We worked the morning shift, so like 6 a.m. to 6 at night. We then had to stay up from 6 p.m., work to midnight, walking along the beach, looking for the keys, knowing there is nowhere to be found. It got to the point where people that I was with said, this is so fucking stupid, let's not do what we're supposed to. So they decided to go swimming. But they said, yes, it was screwed up that you were punished for this, but we're punishing you because you should have told them no.
Right.
And I mean, which is, it's accountability for looking out for one another. Mm-hmm. You're a team, work as a team, tell each other when something's wrong. Don't just let it go.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, and I can see that. And my first class, he's just like, I know you had nothing to do with this. And even the people I was with, they were trying to say, yo, he had nothing to do with this. Don't punish him.
Right.
It's not his fault. He was fine. But just, I mean, and it's fine. I mean, yeah, I mean, you're annoyed with it, but at least it's not you by yourself.
Right.
You're with 2 other people, but, and you know, like I knew I didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
So, but it still sucks.
Yeah.
Knowing that, so then your clothes are all wet, so it's like,
Right.
But
Ugh.
that was definitely one of those fun times.
Yeah. We used to do stupid shit out of boredom all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we would
It's inevitable if you're bored.
We would take button cell batteries that like people had discarded. They were trash, and there's no good way to recycle those yet, or there weren't any at the time. And so what we do is we did a lot of rebuilding batteries for like drills and stuff. So we had a soldering iron, and this was all in a closed off room. So what we would do is we would set the soldering iron very carefully balanced across something. And then we would carefully balance a button cell battery, like a watch battery or a calculator battery or a key fob battery, on top of it. And then we'd walk around, and there was a glass window where you could watch where all the rebuilds happened. And we'd just sit there and we'd watch it, and the battery would eventually get hot enough to explode.
Oh, jeez.
And that was what we would do for fun when we were really bored. This was before we had a TV.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes there was a thing that we used to do too where we'd call it running the gauntlet. And we had like 3 different, like not kiosks, like shelf setups. Mm-hmm. And what you had to do was try and run across without getting hit by a marker that someone was throwing across the room. It was great fun. I mean, I loved that job. I don't know that I'd ever go back to it at this point, but it was a good time.
Yeah.
But anyway, I really look forward to your updates, Travis.
The journey, yeah, I'm super excited for it. It's called my Freakin Journey.
Yeah.
Or The Freakin Journey. What the fuck was it? We just talked about it.
This Freakin Journey, I think.
So This Freakin Journey, that's the name of it. Yeah, it's based on my weight loss journeys. I'm gonna talk about my personal life. I'm gonna get real about it. It's not. I remember typing or going through in the first
Draft?
No, not draft.
Post?
Yeah, the first post. That during it, if I ever do refer to myself in, I believe it's the first person or third person.
Third person.
Third person. It's gonna be called. I'm gonna refer to myself as travesty just because of the whole freaking thing. But every story is gonna be real. It's gonna be true. It's not gonna be lies. And I'm just gonna, be upfront and honest. And I feel that's the best way to keep myself accountable when I do this. So hopefully I'll help other people through it and everything. The grandma, huge supporter of it.
Sure.
A lot of my friends are. I even had one of my friends, send me a message yesterday asking, hey, I've been watching for your posts. Where are they at? And it's like, it's not going to be an everyday thing. If I do it every day, people get bored.
Yeah. And if you're going to burn yourself out if you do it every day.
You'll get bored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to wait, every 2-3 days, if I have something new and I'll weight update or, something exciting, something different, something change, I try something else, I'll throw about it. They probably won't be as long as the first two were. It's been about a few paragraphs like that. They're pretty much developing chapters and stuff like that. I don't really want to do that. I just want to give, people quick updates and everything and see how they go. And you admiring them shot glasses over there?
I am.
Half of them for you.
A lot of them.
Yeah, got my shot glass case. I think there's over 270 shot glasses.
That's impressive.
270?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I feel inspired by it. I've been, I don't necessarily, I'm not going to try and sound high and mighty or anything, but I don't necessarily struggle with weight loss yet. But I'm getting to a point in my life where I think it's going to become an issue if I don't nip it in the bud.
Yeah, the older you get, the harder it is.
Yeah.
I see Joe, I don't want this to happen, but I see Joe being the guy with the beer belly wearing sweater vests.
George Costanza hairdo.
I don't know who that is.
I hope not.
Bald on top, round on the sides.
Okay.
No, I just shaved my head bald at that point.
I see Joe kind of having like the beer belly because of the profession you're going into.
It's fair.
Kind of a sweater vest. Kind of a not a huge, not thick enough. Kind of just like that.
I'm not gonna lie, but
you like the look you said?
I said I've been cultivating it. I don't know if I necessarily like it. I've been working toward it. I've been looking professorial for a long time, and someday I'll be there. But no, you know what though? But I could stand to lose probably about 20 to 30 pounds, and I've been talking about it for a long time, and I feel more motivated than I've ever felt just hearing about your story and reading what you've wrote. So I'm I may not actually do anything with it, but right now I feel pretty motivated and pretty inspired.
Well, I remember
if nothing else, thank you for that.
Yeah. Well, about a year ago, I actually talked with another podcaster from a show that I'm a fan of. They're talking about weight loss and everything. And I threw them the idea about doing like an inter-podcast, like kind of like a weight loss challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, not so much like, we create a weight loss podcast, but like their host will kind of do the challenge and lose weight. We'll do a challenge, kind of lose weight, and another podcast will kind of do a challenge and do. And then we help each other out, we motivate each other, and together we all do it because everyone struggles with weight and everyone wants to change. The hardest thing is if you don't have those people there to support you, it's hard to.
Right.
If there's no one there to keep you accountable, then you can't move forward. And that's the big thing. When I end my post and everything at the very end, it says accountability and progress, accountability and progress.
Right. Absolutely.
Because they go hand in hand. You need to keep yourself accountable in order to keep having that progress and keep progressing and everything. So that's what I'm hoping that comes out of it. We'll put the link to the website on, and I may even add it onto the website too, because the website we're getting updated and everything. I already got that updated with Ripley Street on it. I have it updated with the most updated guests, which I'm really excited for this year coming up because we have, not only new guests but returning guests. Night Mage is going to be on this year. We're going to have Brian Lau come back. We're going to have Andrea Ocampo on. I don't know when yet because she's on tour right now, so we're going to make that happen. It's going to happen. Leslie Tom's going to come back, I think, somewhere around March.
Fantastic.
We Make Movies is going to come back. Jay Sandlin, CJ Standall. We're working with Infinite Monkeys.
Yep.
So we're gonna get some of the old hosts or the old guests back onto the show and kind of go touch base with them. Maybe do some fun little things, but as well as getting some new guys. A brewery company we're gonna have on.
I'm very excited about them, to be honest with you. They're a local brewery. They're run by veterans, as I understand it.
Yeah.
And they're very veteran focused, which I think is wonderful.
Yeah, and I think because with you two guys being more craft beer guys, I think that'd be a great thing for you guys. I think you guys would really enjoy having them on.
Absolutely.
I'm not big into craft beer, but I like learning about it.
Sure.
So I'm super excited to have them on and just kind of see where we're going. So and of course we're going to bring back some of the favorites. This Freaky Show in October is going to come back. We're going to do our Oscars and everything at the end of February. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. And I think one of the things we can do, you can see you can't even see that, but whatever the hell that says. What we at time-wise?
About 45 minutes.
About 45 minutes? All right, cool. So before we run out of time and everything, why don't we go to Colin with his new segment for Season 3?
Hi, guys.
Hello.
It's me, Awkward Colin.
Yeah.
Well, this is the first time, so it's going to be a little shaky. And don't worry,
He's nervous because there's people staring at him nowadays.
Yeah, I'm not able to sit there naked in my underwear.
I'm sure it's much more comfortable in your underwear.
It is much more comfortable, and I can relax.
We're all friends here, but
I can just lay back and do nothing. But this segment, I'm going to give my opinion on movies.
Would it ruin your cadence if I asked you in movies in general, or movies from the past year, or?
I think the way when we kind of figured out what this segment was going to be, it was going to Awkward Colin is going to pick just one of his favorite movies or a top movie that he would recommend for you to watch.
Yeah.
Whether it be a classic from the 20s, 30s, 40s, something new like 2017. And this is all Colin's choice. There's no rhyme or reason to a genre or anything. If Colin feels that this week is the movie you should watch, there you go.
Yeah,
perfect.
Definitely. And of course, with it being the first one, I have to go with my favorite movie, which can any of you guys name?
The Crow.
Yes.
I couldn't have, but now that you said it, I'm like, yeah, he's mentioned that before.
Yes. The Crow, starring Brandon Lee. Sadly, he actually died on set of the filming of that movie. For you that don't know, that is Bruce Lee's son. There was a mishap with a prop gun having a capped bullet in it, which fired and killed him. And the guy that fired it, he didn't know it was handed to him, but he feels really sad. He can't get over the fact that he killed this guy, but completely by accident. He was never charged. Everybody knows it's an accident. But The Crow, starring Brandon Lee. I want to say takes place in Detroit. It's during Halloween. Guy is killed. Him and his wife are killed. And he is given the opportunity to come back to basically right what was wrong. And he is risen from the grave by the Crow. There's a whole backstory to the Crow. I'm not going to get into that. But it takes place on Halloween night, a couple years later and that. And he befriends the little girl who was actually friends with their family, along with the cop who investigated the murder of them. It's just like a crime boss that, hey, we're forcing you out, kind of situation. And there was raping going on, basically just to get their jollies off and stuff, and it ended up in murder. A lot of it, the Halloween Devil's Night, where they set fires all around the city. And it's him going after each people that came to his apartment, killed his wife and him, and then going all the way up to the crime boss. And a very well done movie. It's a dark movie. Don't expect to see the sun at all. It's pretty much takes place all at night in the rain. There's memorable quotes from it. My favorite is "It can't rain all the time," because, like I said, it takes place during a lot of rain. At the end of the movie, he gets the guy, and then he is able to lay back to rest. And it's actually, it was such a well done movie when it came out. They made multiple movies for it. There's The Crow City of Angels, Crow Salvation. There was another one that did really bad, which sadly had Edward Furlong in it. For you guys that don't know, is the Terminator kid, where he was having to be driven to rehab every day. But there was a short time that there was even a TV spin-off of it. I definitely would have to say, if you like the darker movies and somewhat love story in there, it's vengeful thing, I would definitely recommend it.
How does the love story work into it? Is that going to be spoilery? I realize it's not a new movie. And by my rules of spoilers, nothing's going to be said that's going to bother me.
I guess in the love story is he's doing it because of his wife.
Gotcha.
Is
he ultimately going to get back to his wife, or is that the end game?
You never see her after the
okay.
Beginning, so
gotcha.
She was murdered,
right?
So, and so she was, and like I said, the little girl, the little girl's mom, complete druggie, doesn't take care of her, and then too, Eric Draven is the Crow's character name,
right?
And his wife Shelley take care of this girl, and so basically she's like a child to them because her mom's useless and just bent.
Yeah.
But it goes throughout the thing where she actually he sees the mom and basically threatens her.
Yeah.
And
gets her back on the straight and narrow, I presume.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's, I want to say, love is, I don't remember how the saying goes. Something in the, love is always from the mother in the eyes of a child.
Sure.
Or something along the lines of that.
Yeah.
So, and it pretty much snaps this druggy mom out, where the next time you see her, she's cooking breakfast for the daughter, and she's trying to clean up because she's just like, yeah, I'm a fuck up. So,
right.
But very well done. I want to say Ernie Hudson.
That sounds right. I feel like I was just looking at the IMDb list, and I feel like plays Albrecht or something like that.
The officer. Yeah. I want to say it's Ernie Hudson.
Yeah.
So, but I will give this movie a 10 out of 10 Awkwards. Go watch it.
I think that's a good first
I think so too.
recommendation.
And I'm excited about. I've seen bits and pieces of the movie over the years. It shows up often at early hours of the morning on TNT or Sci-Fi.
Really?
Oh yeah. Well, they used to. Back when I watched television.
Okay.
Back in the day.
When I went by Joseph and I ate a lot of candy corn.
Okay. That's an inside joke from earlier today. We're going to leave it right at that one.
Girls were girls and men were men.
Right. But soon to come should be more... I should be able to get some in-theater movies because, like I talked to Travis and Joe, got Movie Pass, for which you don't know. You buy Movie Pass and you can. It's $120 for 1 year.
Just for one person?
Yeah.
Hot damn.
$10 a month.
And with it,
Do you have to pay it all up front, or is it monthly?
you can do monthly.
Okay.
You can do monthly, or you can just pay it all up
I
front.
wish I'd bought that on Black Friday.
Well, they didn't have it on.
It was $70.
Oh yeah, they did have it on sale. That sale's no longer going.
No.
But
I'm upset.
it allows you to go see one standard film movie, so standard 2D movie, every single day of the year, 365, one free movie. You get the app, you sign up for it, you'll get a card in the mail, then you go to the theater, check in, and then you can watch it. Like I said, they don't have 3D or IMAX or any special ones.
Could you see them for an upcharge or not?
I don't believe so. I don't believe so. It just covers the cost of the movies. And like we were saying, down here where we are, it's $10. It's $10 a month. So, but if you go to a theater like up in the city where it's over $15 for one movie,
It is with a student discount at the Village Crossing Theater in Skokie, Illinois. It is $16 for a student to see it.
that's with a discount.
That's with a discount.
Yeah. So think of that. You can go once a month and you pay for it. It pays itself off, really. I mean, down here, our movies, I think, even just after the late night, is only $8 for a standard film. But I plan on going and seeing a lot more movies, so
Yeah.
definitely should get back to you on some of those. Don't worry, I won't spoil it. I'll give you my opinion on it. I'll give a brief thing what it's about, pretty much what the trailer's about, because that's what you can see regardless. But yeah, I look forward to that, and let me know if you have any ideas of another movie I should review for you. Well, that's all for my segment. Back to you, Travis.
Yeah, I mean, go. I mean, you go on Twitter, you go on Facebook, and if you have a recommendation, maybe we'll find a hashtag that's being used, like maybe like hashtag awkward pics or something like that.
Oh, awkward
Yeah.
pics.
Awkward flicks.
Awkward
Flicks.
flicks. Yeah,
It
there we
fits
go.
with freaking flicks. I love it.
There, dude. Hey, you know what?
Awkward freaking flicks. No, just awkward flicks.
That could be the name of the segment. There we go. Use the hashtag awkward flicks on Facebook and Twitter. Throw it on Instagram too, and see what.
And I'll give you my opinion about your shitty movie.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Or an excellent movie, as it
Or
doesn't
an
matter.
excellent movie.
Joe, what are you freaking on this week?
I am freaking on Assassin's Creed 4. I know we already talked about it a lot, but I didn't really say a whole lot about why I love it. It is just an honest joyride for me. I mean, the ship parts kind of suck. I'm not going to lie about that.
Yeah.
But they're not as bad as they were in previous Assassin's Creed games. They've actually improved it for me, in my opinion, at least on the Xbox 360. And so it's a beautiful game. It is a lot of fun seeing a guy go from nothing to being a Jack Sparrow-esque pirate.
Yeah.
And it's just fun.
I think that was like one of the downfalls a lot of people had.
Yeah.
Because assassins
Right.
becoming a pirate, like Jack Sparrow, like you said, that I know that was a negative
Yeah.
part, but in my opinion, I'm right there along with you. It was
Right.
a phenomenal game.
Well, and he doesn't really like. One of the things I really like about it is, at least where I'm at in the game, he hasn't really become an assassin yet.
Yeah.
He's sort of playing the Templars against the assassins, and I love that.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic. The other thing is like, so like when you're playing the Ezio trilogy, or you're playing Connor, what's his name from the third game,
yeah.
like there's a sense of like honor that you have to live up to. And so when I was playing Ezio or I was playing Connor, I was really trying to be honorable and not kill as many people.
Yeah.
But like, I'm a motherfucking pirate in this game. I can kill anybody I want whenever I want. I can steal whatever I want. It is a complete fantasy joyride for a guy who always plays the paladin. in any D&D game. I'm always the lawful good character, and for once I get to play chaotic good or chaotic neutral, and it is delightful, and I'm really, really happy about it. Yeah. So it's a beautiful game. It's a fun game, and I think the switch from storyline from Desmond Miles to this unnamed Abstergo agent character is delightful. Also, I've had a really great time playing it. And honestly, like, I'm not that far into the story, but I've already put probably 25 to 30 hours into the game because it's so much fun even to do the bullshit collectible stuff. Yeah. That in like Assassin's Creed 3, I hated doing. I really had no fun collecting the feathers. Mm. And even in probably Assassin's Creed 2, the first time you meet Ezio, it's fun to do the collection stuff because it sort of makes sense and you get rewarded in a way that you're like excited about.
In my opinion about the collectibles, what I really hated is that when the games first came out, you just had to find them. Yeah. Now they are displayed on the map. Right. I don't like it. It's not as fun because you don't have to look for them.
That's fair. I don't mind that they're displayed on the map because I think it's so fun to go get them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
At least in by the time they got to Assassin's Creed 4, I feel like they've perfected so many parts of it for me that, like, even though it's easier than it used to be in some ways, it's also more difficult in other ways. But overall, the most important thing is that I'm having more fun doing it than I've had in probably 3 games. Yeah. And it's just I'm just really enjoying that. I'm enjoying the crap out of it, to be honest with you. So next week I've got to turn my attention to homework, and I'm not looking forward to that.
You going back? School starts next week.
School starts the week after that, but I've got some assignments already. So because that's life.
That's life.
So Colin, how about you? What are you freaking on this week?
I'm actually decided big news. New Year's Eve, I asked my girlfriend to move in with me.
Oh, congratulations! I assume she said yes.
I think at first she was like, "What?"
Yeah, pretty much what. And I'll tell you why. Because I want to. I mean, she's already had a key, so when she could, because she usually works before me, so she can just come over and go into the house. But I'm like, I want to think of a way to ask her without being, hey, move in with me. Right. So I asked around, got some ideas, and actually, Travesty gave me a great idea. He said, you know what? Get a change of address form, fill it out, and give it to her.
Nice.
I mean,
that's classic.
Great idea. So I did that. I filled it out, put it in an envelope, and on New Year's Eve, when we were out for dinner, wait until she went to the bathroom, and then I set the envelope with her name on it on the table. She gets back to the table and is like, what the hell is this? I don't know what this is. Like, just the envelope. Right. Not even opening it. And then she took it. I'm just like, I don't know what it is. Open it. She opens it, reads it. She thought it was a speeding ticket, Joe.
I'm sorry about that.
She sat there reading it for a good 5 minutes, not understanding what the hell it was. Sure. Other people were without. Her friend was reading it, and she goes, "That's Colin's writing," and said, "I think he's asking you to move in with him."
Was her friend in on it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Didn't know anything about it. And then it's not like she got excited. I think she was still confused, thinking it was a speeding ticket. Oh. So, but yeah, she has started. She is moving in.
Here's the thing about those forums that's really cool that might excite her in a way that she hasn't clearly expressed yet. You get coupons in the mail when you move.
Do you?
Yeah, you get like 20% off at Bed Bath & Beyond and all sorts of things.
Well, it turns out the address for her old place I used, it wasn't her actual address.
Oh, fair enough.
I just saw an address that I know it's her street.
Sure.
But apparently the actual number wasn't her number. I just had her, for some reason, that street tagged. So I'd have to actually fill a new form out and actually...
Either way, I know coupons would sweeten the deal.
Yeah.
And I'm not making fun of that, even though my voice sounds sarcastic.
I don't know if I want more mail delivered to my place.
That's fair. That's fair.
I see a mail from you here.
Do you?
Yeah, I just got I got something to mail the other day from Get Fresh.
Get Fresh.
Or remember that fresh?
There's HelloFresh and Blue Apron.
No, maybe it's Hello Fresh.
Okay, yeah.
I think it was just like, hey.
I didn't even do HelloFresh.
I don't know. It's just like some advertising thing. It's like, hey, show up. I think it's just like the internet, man. Like, because like if
They
you
give out your information.
yeah, like if you put your name on this at this address, I think it sends to any address that you have on file.
Yeah. I mean, that's what companies do with your information. They just sell it. So they.
Shit, I see that State Farm asking you to fucking join them.
I get State Farm at my mom's house asking me to join them.
Like,
Hey, but congratulations, though. That's a big step.
Yeah, big step.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
That's huge.
Well, it was a big step, so.
Next is marriage.
That's not for a while.
Down the road.
That's down the road quite a while. But how about you, Travis?
Right now, my biggest focus is this weight loss thing. Getting set in the keto thing. Getting this journey off to the right foot. So far, it's been good. Minus the little hiccup for this evening when I enjoyed my rum and coke. But I will admit to that. That was my choice.
Hey,
And be proud because you haven't had another Coke.
I know, right? I stuck to the one. I drank some water and stuff.
Yep.
So I'm happy to kind of like get that going. And I'm happy to see how or what I could do to help the other people in their journeys as well.
But now you get to enjoy this nice beer.
Now you can drink it. That's too dark for me. That aged beer, no, the oak, no.
Aged oak beer.
It's delicious. It's one of the smoothest beers I've ever had.
Yeah,
But-
piss water is what I drink.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Yes, you do.
I drink piss water.
So.
But I mean, all in all, I think this was a good season premiere.
Yeah, I'm very excited for what the rest of the year brings.
That's right.
Yes.
We got another 51 episodes ahead of us for this year and everything. A lot of exciting guests, new and returning. Brand new song intro from Ripley Street, and not only that, not only is it a song by Ripley Street, but it's their actual song. They didn't create a new song for us, but we're using one of their hits as a theme song, which is really cool.
You mean it's not like a cover?
It's not a cover. No, they're an original,
Original.
little song band. Their songs are all original. They do some covers. I mean, any band does, but this is their song, and they're allowing us to use it. They're going to be on a show sometime this year as well.
Looking forward to that.
Probably more to the spring. We're going to have another band on here, the Jerry DeVivo band. We use their song Christmas music during our holiday show. So a lot of music coming up, a lot of guests coming up. I'm really excited for that. Maybe a new logo coming, but in the meantime, just make sure you keep up with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram just by searching This Freakin Show. If you have any comments, questions, or something, a suggestion for the show, use the hashtag Freakin Saying, and get in touch with us, and maybe we'll name drop you, and say what you say to us. Use the hashtag Awkward Flicks if you want to recommend a movie to Colin, or ask Colin about a movie that maybe you haven't seen that maybe he has. He has quite a bit of movies.
Yep, over 780.
Yeah. So a lot of hashtags, a lot of good changes.
That's the physical form.
I'm sure.
That's the physical form.
I have digital as well. So.
Amazing.
But to wrap up the new season, like any other season, I am Travis,
I'm Awkward Colin.
And I'm Geekcast Joe.
and thank you for listening to another episode of This Freakin Show. I'm out.
Strange scenes carry me kaleidoscope into my dreams. UFO takes its toll, so heavy on my soul. I can clearly see everything in front of me. Now my space don't blink and I stand in your place. I'm back again. Breathe, bleed, coursing through my veins. I'm back again. Yes, I am. Feel the satisfaction guaranteed. No stormy nights, great our dreams and at our fight. All lies, no surprise. Can I quell the thirst to try? You see, nothing's free, price you pay for everything. Another show, here we go. Stay on our way, we're coming back again. Feel the need, breathe, drop to your knees, we're back again. Feel the need, satisfaction guaranteed. No mystery, no mistaking what you get. We're back again. Oh, we're back again. Oh, come on with us for a minute. Blue steel make you do anything you can feel. Lost soul, lost control.